Greetings in the name of Yahuwah and His Son Yahushua Mashiach. My name is Malak Shalomo. Today is the 11th of June 2024. It's 9:05 a.m. and I'm gonna do like a little pre-market in the ETH kind of analysis before we jump in, kind of see what strategy I want to kind of nail down before we jump into the RTH Open. So from yesterday, I was saying that I gave the top-down analysis. This is still major resistance here. We're getting a double top. We had a ETH sell-off. We're coming back down to the TC level of 53.4250. If we do get a bounce here, this is the upper VWAP band. You see that line coming across here on the VWAP. That's coinciding with the secondary test on the Wyckoff. That's a Wyckoff level that created the phase B, the end of phase A, sorry, and the start of phase B. So we're now in phase B and expecting some volatility. We're also approaching today. Today is Tuesday. We're getting the FOMC tomorrow. So I'm looking to see what we're doing here. If we get an earlier bounce, we're getting a bounce off of this upper VWAP band. So let me just open that up a little bit. Right, so we're getting that bounce here off of the first upper deviation. That's signifying to me that the uptrend is still intact, where we should create a higher low right here. If we don't break that level, then we should get like something like a bowling green setup. Let me go to the, let's see here, let's go to the 5-minute chart. All right, I know there's a lot on the chart. I keep on saying that, but let me just kind of micro focus here so you could see what's actually going on. Right, let me take off the VWAP bands for less confusion and just try and show some pivot levels and some market profile levels. And then I'll bring back in those VWAP bands to show the strategy. So now we're getting a bounce off of Camarilla S4, which is also, as I showed you on the 1-hour chart, that's the first upper deviation. We're getting a bounce there. So coinciding on the 5-minute chart is Camarilla S4, which is in a overlapping higher value day, so it's moderately bullish. We're getting a break of Camarilla S3, which is my golden pivot zone here, with the central pivot at 53.6175. Camarilla S3 is at 53.61. So we got a breakdown here. We kind of retested that area, and now we came down to Camarilla S4, got a little bounce. So we're stopping in a Wyckoff theory. We're having a stoppage here, preliminary stop, selling climax. And now we could create an automatic rally, which would coincide with like a bowling green setup or for a reversal at the open. So let me just throw these back on. Right, so my bowling green strategy is to have like a buy or a retest here of this first lower deviation band where you usually get buyers. In a downtrend, you usually reject off of it constantly. So we've been getting that, but with the preliminary stop here, high volume coming in, selling climax with high volume, we're getting this automatic reaction happening here. This could be a premature automatic reaction, though we could still go further with the open coming in. Now, with Camarillas being in an overlapping higher value, we shouldn't be down at these areas here. We shouldn't break Camarilla S3, right? So this could be a potential rejection of the Camarilla thesis of a moderately bullish setup. And this could turn into a rejection right here and come back down to Camarilla S4. So that's a possibility for a trade as well. So it would be a rejection of the pivot setup, right? So looking to see what's going on here. Maybe if we come back up too early, right? Because we're getting away from the bowling green setup right now. We're coming to try and test VWAP and this golden pivot zone right here with the cams and the central pivot, also the mid. So if we get above here and we start getting a rejection at this level at the open, this could be a play for a rejection of the Camarilla setups where we would get that rejection back down and possibly maybe try and get support at previous day's low. So which is down here at 53.38.25. So that could be a possible setup as well. So looking to see what's going on here. So it's two setups I'm looking at. Possible rejection of the Camarilla setup, or we could come back down here, test this level for the Bowling Green setup. We also have the market profile here, the market profile POC area, which is the overlapping lower value relationship right now from yesterday. And that's creating, well, it's kind of like the POC of the market, right? So like we're getting the buyers coming in here and it's actually having that first phase A in the accumulation setup right here, right? So all of this is the phase A setup right here on the Wyckoff theory, right? So that's happening around the POC level. So that's kind of positive for like a bullish move to the upside. So most for me the higher probability is probably a rejection of this level, seeing that we're coming down in this downtrend here. We have heavy resistance above, like I was showing you on the 1 hour chart, which is this area right here, which is previous week's high. It's now Camarilla R3. That's a heavy resistance area right there. So looking to see what's going on with that. Let's take right. So you can see yesterday's low and this liquidity here.